run hotter than I usually do. I needed to be sharp. The morning of the anniversary dinner, I woke up to my phone buzzing on the nightstand and saw a new message in the family group chat from Renee. It was long, the kind of message that looks like she drafted it 3 times before sending. She was going on about how much Thisbe meant to her, how she admired the love Thisbe and her husband shared, how grateful she was to be part of such a beautiful family. Then at the end, almost like she had tossed it in as an afterthought, she wrote, "I am also bringing a special surprise dessert to tonight's dinner, so save some room." I stared at that last line. Renee was bringing her own cake. To the dinner where Thisbe had asked me to bring the cake. Sadie called 2 minutes later. She went to an actual bakery this time, Sadie said. She posted a photo of the box on her personal page. "She is literally trying to outdo you with a bought cake at the dinner where you were asked to bring the cake." I closed my eyes. She was not bringing dessert to add to the evening. She was bringing it to compete, to set her fancy box down next to my homemade cake and let people compare. She was turning someone else's night into her stage again. I thought about calling Thisbe. I really did. I picked up my phone and started scrolling to her name, and then I stopped. If I called Thisbe and said Renee is trying to upstage me, I would sound exactly the way Renee wanted me to sound. Dramatic, insecure, the sister who cannot handle a little competition. So I got dressed, boxed the cake carefully between 2 rolled up towels in the backseat of my car, and drove like I had a sleeping baby back there. No fast turns, no hard brakes. I got to Thisbe's house a full hour before anyone else was supposed to arrive. When I knocked, Thisbe opened the door and her eyes went straight to the box in my hands. I lifted the lid a little so she could see, and she gasped loud enough that her husband looked over from the living room. "Oh my goodness, that is gorgeous," she said. We walked it to the dining table together, and Thisbe cleared a spot right in the center. Dead center. She set it down like it belonged there, and then she pulled a small handwritten card out of a drawer and placed it right next to the cake. I leaned in to read it. It said, "Homemade with love by my niece." My throat got tight. Thisbe patted my shoulder like she understood exactly what I was feeling. Then, like it was nothing, she said, "Renee told me she is bringing dessert too." I told her that was fine, but the cake is already handled. Her voice got firmer. "I know what she is doing. She is not going to ruin my anniversary. I already told her the cake stays center table." I let out a breath I had been holding all morning. Guests started arriving. Every time someone walked in and saw the cake, the first thing out of their mouth was how incredible it looked. 2 cousins asked who made it before they even said hello, and Thisbe pointed straight at me every time, but Renee had not shown up yet. About 30 minutes into the dinner, the front door opened. Renee walked in carrying a large white bakery box with a ribbon tied around it. She pushed through the door like she was arriving at her own event, smiling wide, voice turned all the way up. "Happy anniversary! I brought something special for dessert," she said, and she hugged Thisbe with one arm while holding the box up with the other like a trophy. She set the box on the counter by the prep area, close enough that people could see it from their seats. Then she started making her way around the room, complimenting everything she could find. The tablecloth, the flowers, the food, the candles. She mentioned everything in that room except the 3-layer chocolate cake sitting right in the center of the dining table with a handwritten card that had my name on it. She walked past it twice without a glance. That was her strategy. Ignore it. Pretend it was not there. We sat down for dinner. When one of the older relatives asked Renee what she brought, Renee sat up straighter and smiled. "Oh, just a little something from a patisserie I found," she said, and let the word hang. "They are known for their chocolate tarts." Then she glanced at me, quick, just to make sure I heard it. I did not react. I kept eating. Across the table, Sadie caught my eye and shook her head slowly. This tiny movement no one else would have noticed. I gave her the smallest look back. Then Thisbe stood up. She picked up her glass, and the table got quiet. She talked about her husband, about the years, about choosing each other over and over. Then her voice shifted, and she looked